we got our first inkling of AI 2 years ago. And I thought I was pretty forward thinking. I came back and I bought everybody Microsoft Copilot, and we got subscriptions to Chat GTP. And I said, go forth and use AI and be productive. And about a year later, it was pretty clear that there was about 10% of the organization that was kind of using it. I would say that they were mostly dabbling. And I couldn't point to any tangible ROI in the organization. And to Crystal's point, there are people in the organization where this is hard, right? If you've spent your whole life defining your self-worth on the quality of the code you write, and suddenly we're telling you, your new job is to manage agents, that's a very difficult transition. So what I actually did is I pulled 3 people out of their day jobs, and I took a really hard problem. We had a piece of our software, and this is probably familiar to a lot of the people on the call. It was old. It had a lot of tech debt. The UI wasn't great. I used to refer to it as kind of the Windows 95 experience. And I said, I want that to be completely redone. I want it to be modern. I want it to be, to work on a variety of different mobile platforms. We picked Angular. Oh, and by the way, our user conference is in 3 months. You need to have it done by then. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I did is I picked people who had never worked on that product before, because they didn't bring the baggage. They didn't want to tell me, hey, this is why we made that decision 10 years ago, right? And the amazing thing is, everybody thought the goal was, obviously unattainable when we threw it out there. They got done early. They were actually able to use the AI to understand the product and to rebuild the user interface for that specific module in about 60 days.